age-old rivalry where there's a brass bull awaiting the victor. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Badgers will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. He leaves it with his back. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. Some of the oldest rivalries in the sport come from the Midwest and the Big Ten, and Wisconsin and Iowa have been going at it since 1896, guys.
Yeah, and for years and years and years, regardless of whether you're a fan of Big Ten football or you're not, or these two schools, if you like hard-nosed physical football, 3 yards in clouded dust, good defense, this is your game, and for over 100 years now, fans have been tuning into that.
Well, and I think the competitive nature of this game, too, like the series is almost tied. It's almost identical records, so it just shows you it's going to be a great game, similar styles, and then bragging rights at the end.
Throwing right. He's got it. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Off play action. Got his man quickly. Bulldozes his way through. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
I'm a huge fan of offensive aggressiveness to start a football game. I think the defense is getting settled in. They play up a little bit. They play a little bit more aggressive. They got more emotion, and the offense takes advantage. Nice big play over the top. Stay aggressive, offense.
One of the things that makes college football unique, the cool trophy. 72-pound brass bowl here, guys.
72-pound brass bowl. I'm not sure how they thought of that, but it's kind of cool looking. Bulls are kind of tough. I guess everybody, when you have a good rivalry, Palmer, I guess you need a good trophy to go with it.
Yeah, and I think one of the cool things about the Big Ten is you got all these trophy games, and now we're adding new ones to the mix. I'm all for it, man. Big brass bowl stand. Good news is both of these teams, Wisconsin and Iowa, they've got a lot of big linemen that can carry that 70-plus pound trophy back to the trophy stand for the win.
And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And This is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
He is not going to get there. Stop short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
We're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
To the air on 2nd down. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to have. Between the uprights, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Sort of getting in touch with their inner James White, Melvin Gordon, or Jonathan Taylor to pick up another 1st down.
And it's just crazy the list of guys they've had play here in the Wisconsin tradition, and it continues, right? Everybody who's here, you're going to be featured. You're going to get touches. So, hey, recruits, you want to carry the football a lot? Come to Wisconsin.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They go to the ground. Ripping through the defense. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Shotgun, they go to the ground.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. A strike downfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some success, and then, of course, Russell Wilson also. This guy right now in this game, he needs to get himself into a rhythm, and if he gets there, he's dangerous.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that side of the offense defense.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive.
And the rush will get through him at the 25.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes the offense are hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quick strike complete. Jumped on top of the pile.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Direct snap. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Badger. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Finds his man. It's Pugh. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hawkeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Pugh. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Pugh.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. And he just kept running, and he got the crowd, and they'll take it in. Touchdown, Iowa! These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do there.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about him after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Spits it out to the back. He's got his man. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. The throw to the outside is complete. Ball down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it.
There he goes. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
The Badgers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
And the Badgers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Lost a throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They'll try to tack one more on their score. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread, don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Still some work to do after that last completion. It's second down. He's got it on the right. Turning it on! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to throw it. This time he's got it. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. The Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Puts it out of the air. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. From the shotgun, the inside give. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Got his man downfield. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Got a little space. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the wildcat there. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. The throw. Right on the money. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Quick completion on the out route. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have...
Touchdown, Badgers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So a drive there of 84 yards. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down. With the catch, it's Lincoln. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage, because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offensive quarterback find one, they could hurt you.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Hauls it in down the sideline. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes the grab. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. From the gun, looking for a man. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
Set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Direct snap. He'll take it himself. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Hawkeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They'll start this third quarter with a run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete on the right side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they threw that one up on the board this week in prep.
He lobs one high down the left side. Makes the grab inside the 30. Turns it on down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wisconsin. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? And you can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. They'll give it to the back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Here comes the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. From the gun, running back on the move. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Got the 1st down and more. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Badger. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Dumps it to the back. He's got him this time. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Gives it on the option. Nice move to keep running. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They'll run play action. Looking left. And the timing just a hair off.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That's caught. It's Lincoln. He stopped short, and it's fourth down.
Offense facing fourth down.
No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Gets the back moving. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
They'll leave it with him. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And wings it incomplete.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
On 4th down, going to the air. Going for the big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. Past the 20. Touchdown, Wisconsin. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he's paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. They'll start this drive with a pass. Finds his back in the middle. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. I don't know if it was luck or aggression, and wait just a second. second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. He's going to keep it. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lane.
Looking for a huge play. Threads it inside the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Badger. Wisconsin is pushed out to a big lead as they take command against the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, and Wisconsin, obviously, they can feel the bull heading their way, right? Like starting to take the lead late in the game. This is what they want to do anyways. They want to play bully ball. They want to go get that trophy, Palmer, and finish this with Wisconsin style.
Yeah, David, you're right. Back in Madtown, there's someone right now in the trophy case kind of making some room. They're kind of clearing some space for the big 70-plus pound Heartland trophy.
The raindrops kept falling on his head, and he muffed it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's cute. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Hawkeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got it in the middle. It's Pugh. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. To the air on first down. Finds the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Hawkeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to throw again. Hauls it in. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. That was was a nice pickup running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Iowa. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There's been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles. And a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Badgers will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looks it in at the 40. And the returner goes down. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. They get to him as he throws. It's picked off, and another empty drive. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Wisconsin. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
There's the heat. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
To the ground with the back. Crosses to 35. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense.
And how about that, man? If you're a defense, that's demoralizing. You get them in a known passing situation. They slip the run in there. All you got to do now, you're playing deep for a pass, but now come up, just make the tackle. Force a fourth.
He's going to throw deep right side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And that last run leaves him with a third down. Will they keep it on the ground? From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there.
Got it inside the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Man, for the love of Tolzien and Stocco, what a day this guy's having.
And I think everybody gets the label as a Wisconsin quarterback as game manager. I think he's tired of hearing that. He said, listen, give me the rock, I'll spin it around, make some big plays, and he's putting on a show today.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Unleashes one. Got his man to the left. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit. and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Catch in the middle, it's Gee. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
They're going to sit back in zone. I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated.
Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous play. A late touchdown.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it at the 20. He's loose. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the return off the ground. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, Wisconsin.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the fourth quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays for your offense.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Fires to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays, because they are definitely playing the deep.
Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Wisconsin, who will head home with the big brass bowl known as the Heartland Trophy after beating Iowa. That will put the wrap on.